Continuing now with my series of interviews with those in recovery from drug and alcohol addiction. Nick is someone we heard from at Christmas time. Now, many months sober, he's sharing where life is now. That's where we'll start. What you used, I know we talked about this in December, but for people who didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, like, my main drug of choice, it was actually alcohol was a big thing. Got up to probably vodka was my main alcohol of choice, and I drank.
How bad of an alcoholic were you?
Honest for years. I went through all the withdrawals. I mean, I had alcohol withdrawal seizures, hallucinations, anxiety, all of that. I've been to 7 or 8 treatments.
How come those didn't work, and what do you credit this one for keeping you sober now for how long?
Actually, 21 months yesterday.
Nice.
Yep.
What's different about this time?
This time, I've been trying to actually put a finger on that for a while. I think a lot of it was I was just sick and tired of the same thing over and over. I think it's more of probably just I gave up my will finally. I stopped fighting and just started listening to people. Take a slow recovery. That's what Tim always calls me in group, is like the turtle. I'm just slowly going along.
They say that is the best way to do it. Do you ever feel like some days it's too difficult, too slow, too anything?
Every once in a while, maybe more towards the beginning. It was. I don't know, it gets easier as it goes.
That's good.
It does. And see, the big problem before is I always want everything back right away. So I go to 30 days inpatient, I get out, get a job, get a house, and just constantly losing things over and over. I had to try something different. So finally I'm like, I surrender. I'll do Tim's outpatient treatment for, 12 to 18 month program, graduate in 15 months. So
a lot of the things that I hear through all of these interviews is very similar. There's a self-worth issue, which is what pushes or has people continuing to use. So it's an inside issue. When I ask, what is it that got you started, a lot of times it's, nobody sets out to become an addict.
I think a lot of it, I grew up, I'm really an introvert and quiet, so it kind of started, I think, as typical high school. I started drinking, I could talk to the girls, I can go and socialize more, and eventually I didn't stop. Everyone else quit. I just continued drinking and using, and that was my coping technique for the longest time, and not healthy.
What have you found here besides the coping skills? What else do you get out of coming and being in a group?
Big reason I do, because like I said, I already graduated. For me, it is the connection and the people. It's not isolating to myself. It's being around people who actually have the same mindset, who wants to better themselves, their lives, and are working towards just a common goal of having a better life.
What do you now look forward to? How is life different now than where you were 2 years ago?
Self-esteem is a lot better, that's for sure.
Nobody can give you that.
No.
That's really something that in life we discover along the way.
I think it's something too, like I said, I don't know what clicked, but a lot of it's changed the perspective for me. Instead of looking at the glass half empty, I look at it half full. I try to look at the positives. Say even if work is stressful, I look at it as I still have a job. I get to work with coworkers I love working with. It's perspective is a big thing.
Did you change that, or was that something that came in time? Or did you consciously say, I am not going to look at the negative, I am going to look at the positive? Some people don't even have that skill.
I think it's something you work towards. That's what I mean. A slow recovery gives you time to process this and process your thinking. And, there'll be bad days, there'll be good days, but you just got to remember it will get better.
What happens on your bad days? Because bad can go in different levels.
I do gratitudes. In the morning, I just look around and say what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I do have a place to stay. I'm grateful I'm sober. I'm grateful I do have a job that I'm excelling at.
Do you have family?
Yeah.
And how are they? Are they
They're
supportive?
Great.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Some people lose their families.
Yeah, well, for a while there, it was really on the edge, but I have a very supportive family, and that's something that it's been a lot better. It's the best it's been in years.
That's good. And when you talk about family, then are you talking about parents, siblings, children?
As far as kids, I don't have kids right now.
Oh.
One day, hopefully, but right now, work on myself.
Yeah.
But no, with everyone. I mean, I finally got to go to my brother's first baseball game. He's been playing baseball out of college for years. I just never went. I was always drinking or something. So a few months ago, actually Memorial Day, I got to go home, see my dad, see my mom, my siblings, and I mean, it's a good relationship. I like it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm hoping is that people will find encouragement because when they hear other people's stories, that's the turning point for a lot of people. What are you hoping people will get out of this?
I think the big thing out of this is that there is hope out there.
And support.
There's hope, there's support, there are people. I mean, I'm not ashamed of what I went through, what I put myself through. It doesn't define who I am. That's my past. The way I see it, those were learning experiences that are getting me to where I am today.